My name is Warda, and I got married to a very well-respected man who comes from a very good family in our community. His family is very rich and they have so much land, and they threw us the best wedding ever. It was the happiest day of my life. I was so happy and he was so happy as well. He was dancing all night and it was just a dream come true. On our wedding night, we got to the hotel, we sat together, we were eating, chit-chatting a little bit. Then we got hungry. He ordered room service, we had dinner, and then he said he's gonna go to shower. Got up, went to shower. I waited, then it was my turn. I took a shower, and then once I came out of the bathroom, I see him sleeping on the sofa. I thought to myself, oh, he's so sweet. He took the sofa because he didn't want me to feel uncomfortable and he didn't want to pressure me into doing anything. The next day we left for our honeymoon, and then I see that he booked a room with 2 twin beds. I didn't say anything. I kept quiet and to myself and just went on. The whole time we were there, he didn't attempt to touch me or anything, and I just stayed quiet because, hey, I didn't want him to think that I'm a bad girl. So a week later, he took me by surprise when he was like, hey, we have to leave because my mom isn't feeling well. I knew that he took a month off of work, so I was like, wait, why are we leaving now if he took a month off? But I still didn't say anything, and we just left. And once we got back, I see that his mom is completely fine and there's nothing wrong with her. So I was kind of surprised and I was like, wait, what's going on? So I decided to talk to my oldest sister and to ask her for advice. And as expected, my sister played devil's advocate. I was like, listen, maybe he is suffering of something and he's embarrassed to talk to you. Just sit down and try to talk to him and see what he says. So I decided to do just that. But every time I tried to talk to him, he would be out all night until 4 o'clock in the morning. And by the time he comes home, I'm already sleeping. And one day he took me to visit my family. He came with me just to say hi to my dad and my brothers. And then he went to go hang out with his friends. He promised to pick me up right after dinner. But then I kept calling him and texting him and he wouldn't answer my calls or my text. So I started getting worried. Something felt off, like completely off. So I decided to lie to my family, told them that he's about to pick me up. I ordered an Uber and went home. Once I got home, I entered the house and I started hearing voices coming from my room, okay? So I started walking towards the door and I witnessed the most horrifying thing ever. My husband was in bed with another man and neither one of them realized or sensed that I was there. So I grabbed my phone and I started recording them. So what do? I kicked the bedroom door and I started screaming at the top of my lungs. The man he was with got scared and fled the scene, but my husband jumped off the bed and literally attacked me like a crazy ass. He beat the shit out of me, started kicking me, kicking my ribs. I literally felt like my ribs were breaking. And at one point he grabbed my head and he started yanking on my hair. I felt like he literally tore all of my hair off my head. I was screaming and crying and he didn't care. And he threatened that if I say anything or told anyone, that he is gonna deny it and he's gonna say that he married me and found out that I wasn't a virgin and that's why he's gonna divorce me. The a-hole thought that he could cheat on me, beat me, and threaten me at the same time because he thought that I didn't have anything on him and that I was scared. The next day I called my dad and he came to pick me up and he was horrified when he saw the state that I was in. I filled my dad in and he was heartbroken and horrified. He couldn't believe that his best friend's son would do such a thing and he would beat his daughter as well. We went to the hospital, I got examined, and we requested a report for all the injuries that I was suffering. My father called my father-in-law at the time and asked to meet with him. They met and the father disowned his son after beating the life out of him. Now I'm divorced and I received all my rights. So girls, be careful if you find yourself in such case. Always have proof and don't do anything that you may regret. Moral of the story here is that I look like a glazed donut. No, just kidding. People, don't judge others based on their money or their reputation at all times because you never know.